Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Angel Lydia. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So in today's video, my topic is be impressed with yourself. I'm ready for this video. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Point number one is you need to like yourself. Everyone thinks they like themselves, but honestly, if you're not able to sit with your own company without people being around you, then maybe that's something to think about. You should be able to spend time with yourself without getting bored. You should be able to hang out, go on a solo date without getting bored. A lot of people can't do that because I don't want to say you don't like yourself, but you don't want to be in your own company because you don't like yourself. And how are you going to be impressive? How are you going to impress others? How are you even going to feel that you're impressing others if you don't even impress yourself? If you're not even okay with being with yourself, how are you going to think people cherish and value your company? How are you going to think that about yourself? I mean, it might be true that people cherish your company, but how are you going to think that when you don't even cherish your company? You need to be able to sit in a room with yourself, fall in love with your personality, like spend time with yourself, learn yourself. I'm telling you, I didn't know myself completely until the past like year, because there were times where I didn't even know, like I liked certain things I liked. I didn't know I liked it until I spent time with myself. I didn't know how to walk away from certain situations because I felt like I was going to be alone. I felt like I didn't want to leave a person because I was going to be alone, and I didn't want to be alone. I was scared of being alone. But because I like myself now, I like myself so much. Like I like my own company and I cherish my own company. That's why sometimes it's good to be a single for a while. But I haven't been single for a long period anytime. But the times where I felt like I got to spend time with myself. Or even if you're not, even if you're in a relationship, you can still have alone time. But you want to get comfortable enough with yourself and liking yourself enough so that if someone ever wants to leave your life, you're like, sayonara, I'm okay with being alone. I'm okay with being alone. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's basically what I want you guys to be able to do. I want you to be able to love yourself so much that you do not give up about how people feel. Like you really don't care because you love yourself so much. You feel like you don't need somebody to be around because you're going to have fun regardless. You know those people that can have fun by themselves? Like I could crack myself up. Like I could sit in a room and make jokes and it'll be me only and people will think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, but it's just funny. I can chill with myself. I can hang with myself. I really think I'm a funny person. I really think that I have the best personality. And it's just because I've learned to spend time with myself and give myself that love. And if I don't like me, who's gonna like me? And I mean, who would what would matter? Would it matter if someone else likes me if I don't like myself? Point number two. You need to choose yourself in situations. In any situation, honestly, anything that comes up, always choose yourself. Because if you don't choose yourself, then you'll never be chosen. If you're not the one initiating choosing yourself, why do you think other people are going to choose you? For example, if there's someone out there, if there's a woman out there that is choosing to put a man in front of her, how is he in turn going to put her in front of him when she's showing him, no, you're more important? If you're choosing them over yourself in situations, no, the people don't do that. People don't do that. Or maybe you just meet up on a saint that is going to put you before him or her, even if you don't. But we're not going to put our eggs in that basket. We're going to make sure that our eggs are in the right basket. We're going to put ourselves first. If I was waiting for people to put me first, I would be in a horrible relationship now. I would be with the worst man ever. I would be miserable if I was waiting for people to put me first. And that's why I would never give that kind of advice to a woman, because I wouldn't say to you what I wouldn't want for myself. You know what? There are women out there that are getting the best treatment by men or by their friends, by family, by everyone. There are women out there that are getting princess treatment, that are getting the best treatment you can't even think. And you know what's the difference between you and them? The one difference is not because of looks. It's not because they dress better or their skin color. It's not because people love to give excuses. It's not because of anything but this one thing. It's because they put themselves first. They believe they deserve that. Okay? That's the only difference. So anybody that's telling you you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, listen, if someone says you're not pretty enough, there's an ugly woman out there getting the best treatment. If they say you're not skinny enough, there's a bigger woman out there getting really good treatment. And I don't even want to say ugly women because everybody's beautiful in their own way. But I hope you get my point. If they say you don't dress well, there's a woman that literally dresses like a crazy person and she's getting good treatment. What I'm trying to say to you is that it does not matter about physicalities. What really matters is what they believe about themselves. You know why they always say a hard wig, soft life? So just imagine she has a hard wig, but she's getting a soft life because guess what? She thinks she deserves that soft life. So you putting all that effort into one thing, but not understanding that you still have to think you deserve it. I know I always rant and go on about you have to carry yourself this way and you have to look good. You still should look good, but you have to believe that you deserve a certain type of treatment. If you're not putting yourself first, you're not impressed by yourself. If when you leave your house, you're not like, girl, damn, damn. If you don't feel like that about yourself, why is someone else going to feel like that about you? I mean, there might be someone that's going to feel that about you, but then you're still going to be insecure because you're going to feel like, I don't see why this person is like that over me. I don't see why this guy likes me so much because I look a mess. I don't feel like that sexy, beautiful woman that he sees. So we're working on that. Okay. We're going to work on the fact that you need to feel like you deserve it. If you want to become the woman that receives anything, not even from men, from the world, from the world, because guess what? The world is your oyster. Ah! Yes, the world is your oyster. But if you don't believe it, then it's not going to happen. If you don't believe that everything is working in your favor and you deserve it, you're so impressed with yourself, girl, you're in for a hard one. Okay? When people say that you're not working hard enough, there's people out there, they're working their ass off and they're not even where you are. There's people out there that are working so hard and they would never get it. And then there's people out there that are barely doing anything, but they get everything because they believe that they can happen. They believe it will happen to them no matter what. If you decide in your head, no matter what, things is gonna work out, it's gonna work out. Okay? If you decide in your head, no matter what, I deserve this, it's gonna happen for me. I deserve the best. It's gonna happen. No matter if you decide, no matter what, I deserve the best is gonna happen for you because you have decided that for yourself and you put yourself first. Again, it's not about being selfish. I'm not teaching anybody to be selfish because I'm not a selfish person, but I need you to know that you have to put yourself first. Okay. Point number 3, and I think I kind of went over this one, but if you are not impressed with yourself, I'm going to say this again. If you are not impressed with yourself, you can never impress others. For example, if I don't believe I'm beautiful, right? And I come on here and I make a video, and for example, when I'm editing it, I'm going to be like, oh my God, you look like this or you look like that. And I probably would never post a video. If I cannot validate myself and if I cannot believe that I'm impressive enough so I can go out there in the world and I can make a video, there's probably things I've been through and I could share that with people. But if I thought that, listen, me as a person is not impressive enough to go out and talk to women, like who am I to go out and talk to women about anything? Then I would never even make the first video. I would never start. That's a thing between you and yourself. You might think, for example, you might look at me and say, oh, of course she's beautiful. But if I don't think that about myself, this video would have never been made. So my point is, no matter what other people think about you, I could literally see you and say, oh my God, this girl is gorgeous. What is she talking about? But if you don't think that about yourself, no matter what I think or what I say it will not work. It will not work. So you have to think that about yourself. The thing about getting what you want in this life, getting the man that you want, the friends that you want, the relationship, the job, the thing about getting these things is self-work. And you don't even have to go and meditate. I love meditation, but it doesn't work for everybody. You can affirm the things that you want to believe about yourself. What is making you feel like you're not impressed by yourself? If you feel like you're not sexy enough, get up in front of a mirror and say, I am sexy. And you start saying that. The first time you say it, you won't believe it. But when you keep saying it over and over, you're going to say yes. After a while, you're going to believe, yes, I am sexy. I am sexy. If you don't feel like you're beautiful, say, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am beautiful until you believe it. If you don't believe you're abundant, say it until you believe it. If you don't believe that you're a jaw dropper, you need to say that until you believe it. Until you're impressed by yourself. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, damn, girl, you was too fine. Like I gassed myself up because I literally believe I'm so gorgeous. Sometimes I'll be looking at myself. I'll be like you is it obsession? But there was a point where I didn't feel like that about myself. So I'm so happy I'm at this point. And I feel like those were the points that worked for me. Just talking to myself and making myself feel that I deserve the best and knowing that I am worthy. I'm impressive. Just look at me. Making myself feel like that. I feel like this video and the tips I've given can help another woman to also be on this level where you can feel impressed with yourself, where you can feel confident. Of course, there's going to be days where you're like, oh my God, I don't feel like it today. But deep down inside, you know you're still that girl. I mean, even on my bad days, I'd be like, yeah, still fine though. So I need you guys to be like that. I want you guys to be like that. I want you guys to be, you know what? I once you make that conscious decision to want to work on yourself and you get to that point, you're gonna be like, oh my God, Angel, thank you. Or you're just gonna be grateful to yourself for even allowing yourself to feel that about yourself, allowing yourself to be impressed with yourself. You're going to be grateful to yourself because guess what? I can't do the work for you. It's you that's going to do the work and you're going to be grateful to yourself. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Angel Lydia and I will see you in my next one. Bye.